Welcome to the Complete Fitness Podcast with Core for Complete Fitness. Your episode is starting in 3, 2, 1.
Greetings, peoples. Happy Wednesday to you all. Hope you're having a great month of May. The last day of May when you guys will be getting this one. And then we'll roll into June and summertime, hopefully on fire. But like always, before we get going, if you could do me a few things, nothing crazy, please subscribe to this podcast. It'll keep bumping our numbers up the charts and we can keep getting notoriety for doing this. And we'll keep cranking out these episodes. And then number 2, if this podcast has helped you out or anybody out, or if there's somebody out there that you know, hey, you should listen to this episode. You've mentioned this before. Please share it with them. So that way we can help other people, which is the whole reason why we do this podcast in the first place. It would mean a lot to us. We're on all the major platforms now. iTunes, Spotify, all the major podcast sites. So all you got to do is subscribe and share with a friend, and we'll keep cranking these out. Now, today, I wanted to talk about, we're going into the summertime. This is usually the crunch time for people where they go, oh my gosh, I have to get this weight off. I'm embarrassed of my bathing suit, I'm embarrassed of how I look in my bathing suit. And I wanted to go over the biggest mistakes or the biggest myths that people generally make when they try to get healthy. There's big ones. There's probably hundreds of these that I could do, but I'm kind of bullet pointing the biggest ones that we see on a day-to-day basis inside the gym. So if this can help you and help you avoid those big kind of fitness myths on what you should do or not do, then I have done my job today. Number 1 is sugar and carbs are the enemy. I can't tell you how many people sign up for our gym that have tried keto, or they go, hey, I'm just going to eliminate all bread or all sugar from my diet. I'm going to strictly just eat chicken, and that's all I'm going to eat, or fish, and I'm going to do that for the rest of my life until the cows come home, and that's how I'll get in shape. Your body is born to process sugar and carbs naturally. The problem with our diet now, where it currently stands in America and with most foods, is that there is way too many sugars and carbs inside of most of the foods that we eat. So it's not that we're actually eating sugars and carbs. That's the bad thing. So we're overeating them. So if you can imagine this deodorant bottle is what our body will burn off in a day from here to here, let's say. Problem is, which is fine. If we just eat this many carbs or we have this much sugar, that's okay because our bodies will burn it off and will not gain a pound. We usually eat 2 to 3 to 4 of these stacked side by side, and that spillover effect is what actually causes the weight gain. So it's not that you're eating carbs or sugars per se, or your body can't handle them. It's that you're eating way too many actual grams of them, and you're not burning them off by staying active, right? So sugars and carbs necessarily aren't the enemy. It's that you're overeating them. So if you are going to pick a diet, don't feel like you have to eliminate a complete food group. Eat moderate amounts of it, low to moderate amounts of carbs or sugars. If you have an apple, if you have half a banana or something like that, or a side of rice, that's not going to be the be all end all, just as long as you're using that up for energy and you're not creating that spillover effect by the excess sugar and calories. So all losing weight is, guys, in a nutshell, is burning more calories than you take in. That will always get you to lose weight no matter what. So as long as you're doing that, if you eat more protein and you stay in a caloric deficit, you're going to retain your muscle. You're going to have nice shape. If you eat in a caloric deficit by eating, crap all day, you're still probably not going to gain very much weight. But what's going to happen is you're going to get like skinny fat, right? You're going to get rid of that muscle tissue and you're going to get all fluffy and gross, which is what nobody wants. So calories in, calories out will always be the deciding factor in terms of weight loss. It's just a matter of what kind of calories are you getting in. If you're getting in way more carbs than your body can burn, you're going to get all fluffy. If you get in some protein and you go low to moderate carb, then guess what? You're going to have a nice shape to you. So sugars and carbs are not the enemy. Overeating them is. Number 2, workout duration is more important than the intensity that you work out. I've given this example before probably to you guys, but we've all seen the people at the gym that just go on there and they walk for an hour a day and they do their little circuit. They're maybe there for an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, and they're there every single day. And every single day you go in and you're like, this person looks exactly the same every single time I come in, and they're here every day. Why is that? Because the intensity that they're going is not very high. Yes, it's still healthy to move your body. Yes, it's still healthy to walk on the treadmill, to get some exercise, to get in your steps. I'm not saying that. But the most important thing in terms of changing your body and transforming your body is not the duration that you're exercising, it's the intensity that you're exercising. Somebody could go for a mile walk, or let's say not even a mile, let's say an hour walk every single day, and they might, let's say lose 5 pounds or look a little bit different, as opposed to somebody that goes for a 20-minute sprint every day, maximum effort. They're going to look 10 times different, way more quicker than the walker would, even though their duration was longer. So it's not the amount of time that you work out per se, it's the effort that you give during your workout. You can put two people side by side and have them do the exact same workout together. Let's say, for instance, you have them both do 50 squats, 50 push-ups, and let's say they have to run 2 miles. One person, it takes an hour to complete. The other person, it takes, let's say, 15, 20 minutes to complete because they're hauling ass. They did the exact same workout. One technically worked out longer, but the person that gave it more effort is going to see better results. So again, it's not the duration at which you exercise, it's the effort that you give every single time. Fitness myth number 2 right there. Number 3, this kind of piggybacks on that. Intensity over rest. Now, this is kind of a fine line you have to walk, guys. People think when it's time to get healthy or time to get in shape, they are just going to completely redline their bodies. And they're going, I'm going to work out 6 or 7 days a week. I'm going to go balls to the wall, and I'm going to get 4 hours of sleep. I'm going to get stressed out at work. I got kids. Then I'm going to go balls to the wall again with my workout. And then I got, oh my God, I had a bad day at work again. I got 3 hours of sleep this night. You can see that intensity. You're asking yourself for just some kind of implosion, right? You can only maintain that for so long. The wheels fall off. You get sick, you're not getting the results that you like. Maybe you get injured, you're stressed out to the max. All the while, you're trying to do this to actually become healthy, and you're doing one of the most unhealthy things you can possibly do, and that's push your body too far. So very important, guys, to be real with yourself and your expectations. If you know, hey, Monday I got to work from, let's say, 9 to 5, and then I got a 2-hour commute home, and then I got to take care of my kids after dinner. That doesn't mean that you can't work out. It just probably means you have to work out in the morning, right? You have to kind of work with what the day gives you. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. Nobody is busy from 5 a.m. until 9 o'clock at night. Very, very rarely do we see that happen. People very usually are just piss poor at managing their actual time that they have. So making sure, you're not trying to absolutely murder yourself. And like we touched on with duration, it doesn't matter if you can't squeeze in an hour at the gym. If you only have a 30-minute window or a 45-minute window, then know, hey, that window that I have to give it the most amount of effort I can so I can go home and actually have some rest and let my body recover. I've told you guys in here before, but the workouts are there to push you. Yes, you need them. But it's equally as important to get your body to rest and recover and repair itself. If you're just trying to beat it up and beat it up and beat it up, and your muscles are exhausted and your brain is exhausted and your body's exhausted, like I said, you can lead to overuse injuries. You can get sick. You don't want that to happen. It's in the rest and the repairing process that your body actually gets stronger. The muscles recuperate. The food that you eat goes into there and it repairs them, and it makes all the muscles get stronger. And it's in that rest and recovery period that your body heals, and that's where the strength comes in. But if you're just so used to breaking down, murder myself, higher intensity, I don't know all of our viewers or listeners, but I would like to think you're probably around the same age as me, to where the stuff that I could pull off in my early 20s, no sleep, go out till 2, 3 in the morning and put together a productive day. No way I can do that anymore. I need more time to rest. I need more time to recover and just get my body to kind of bounce back like it used to. So you have to be able to do that for your body. Remember, it's not the intensity that you have to go at every day. You have to strike a balance with rest and recovery. And when you can do that, that's where you're going to be in shape for not just a week or for 2 weeks or, oh, this workout didn't work for me. That's where you go, I completely changed my life because I found a nice harmonious balance between my exercise duration, my exercise intensity, and I'm balancing out with rest and recovery on both ends. And like I said, the older you get, the more those two are going to be equally as important to kind of play off of each other. Now, the other thing, piggybacking on diet again. Everybody thinks that going on a diet or eating healthy means that they can't enjoy themselves ever. Not true. I like, a cold beer and pizza as much as the next person. Do I allow myself to have it every day? No. Do I allow myself to have it every week? No. Do I allow myself to have it every month? Sometimes. But a diet and being healthy and living a healthy lifestyle is just that. You're living a healthy lifestyle. You're taking in more healthy food than you're getting in as far as all the processed BS. But what a lot of people do is similar to the sugar and carbs that we talked about in the beginning. It's a very all or nothing approach. They're either everything is healthy and there is no margin for error. And eventually, just like we said with the intensity, they will crack and the wheels fall off. And they're like, oh my God, I haven't had pizza or a cupcake, or I just want one French fry. And then they have just a binge blowout day where they're like, I want everything. I haven't had this. These flavors, they're so delicious. And they gain all this weight. And then they go in a slump and they stop working out. And then they kind of have this come to Jesus moment. Okay, Monday I start fresh again. It's all salads and all this. And they're just doing these peaks and valleys and hills over and over again. Again, that's not the way you want to live your life. A balanced diet, a healthy way to live is giving yourself the freedom and allowing yourself the wiggle room to enjoy, a family night if you order pizza on a Saturday, if or on Sunday you make breakfast together and being able to have that. So look at this big picture, right? What one do you think looks healthier? Imagine Monday, somebody wakes up and they don't have breakfast because they want to lose weight. If you're listening, I'm putting this in quotations. And let's say lunch, they have a salad and a very small side salad. There's no chicken on it, no nothing. And then dinner comes and they have a piece of chicken and they have some broccoli and that's it. And then Tuesday comes and they do the same thing. Wednesday comes, they do the same thing. Thursday comes, they do the same thing. They get all the way through Friday or Saturday. Sunday comes and they're like, oh my God, I'm starving. This is miserable. I have all these cravings. I need to go eat. I need to do this. And they binge and they binge and they binge. And then Monday comes and they're like, oh my God, I did it again. I gained all this weight back. I was doing so good. I'm not meant to be healthy. I'm not meant to lose weight. I want to get this off as quickly as possible. Doesn't seem very sustainable. Doesn't seem very healthy, does it? Now, look at person two. Let's say person two goes, okay, I'm going to get healthy for life. I'm going to be in shape for the rest of my life. I know that I have to find something that works for me. So Monday, I'm going to have 2 hard-boiled eggs for breakfast. Lunch, I'm going to have, a chicken Caesar roll up. And then dinner, we're going to have chicken with a side of rice and broccoli. And I'm going to do that Tuesday. And I'm going to do that on Wednesday. But Wednesday, I know I have family night, and we're going to go out to eat at, let's say, Leo's Coney Island. I'm going to get a Greek salad with chicken there, keep it reasonable. Thursday, I'm going to get back to what we usually do. Friday, same thing. I'm going to eat my hard-boiled eggs. Maybe I'll make a sandwich for lunch on Friday. Dinner, we're going to have, maybe throw a steak on the grill, and we'll have a sweet potato and a side of asparagus. And then Saturday comes, and Saturday, we were supposed to go see a movie. We're renting a movie at home, so we're going to order a pizza. I'm still going to eat my hard-boiled egg for breakfast. I'm still going to maybe have a wrap or a sandwich for lunch, but I know Saturday we're going to have pizza. Sunday, same thing. I'm going to get back on my horse. Maybe we'll have a breakfast as a family and whip up some scrambled eggs or some bacon. Nothing crazy. We're not having donuts. We're not having, whatever the hell they are. Beignets. I don't know why that's the first thing. Crepes. That's what I wanted to say. Crepes. Thinking of all the French foods. Pancakes, waffles, whatever it is. Still going to keep it reasonable. Again, what did I talk about in the beginning? High protein, low to moderate carb. I'm giving you guys the outline to do that right now. And then Monday comes and I'm like, cool, I feel great. I have energy, didn't gain any weight, feel great. I lost half a pound actually. Everything's going good. Now, which one of those extremes do you think is somebody going to be able to stick with long term? Is it the person that's skipping breakfast, that's having a side salad every single day for lunch, dinner having a chicken breast with 2 pieces of broccoli? Or is it the person that's, completely sabotaging themselves on Sunday? Or is it the person that's really, really good, eating reasonably Monday through Sunday, that ordered a salad at a diner, and then on Saturday they had pizza with their family? The big picture looks a lot better, right? Where you're not aiming for perfect, 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 perfect. Oh my God, I can't handle this, explode. Rather than that, you're going best I can do, reasonable. Wednesday I was 80% good or 90% good, but I had, went out to eat. Maybe you had a mozzarella stick. Same thing on Saturday. The majority of the day was fantastic. 1 or 2 meals a week, guys, is not going to sabotage you. 1 full day or 2 days of eating complete shit is what is going to send you over the edge. So realize that. The yin and yang and the living like this, I'm either starving or binging, or starving or binging. Your body doesn't like that. You're never living in this gray area where all the magic happens and all the long-term success happen. You're either on this spectrum or that spectrum. You want to live more in here, right? More in that gray area, more in that middle area. But the way to do that too is you have to be real and you have to be honest with yourself. If you know that Wednesday you went out to dinner or Saturday you ordered pizza, give yourself the gut check or the reality check and go, okay, Sunday, that means I'm not getting pancakes for breakfast because I just ate a bunch of bread and cheese last night. Maybe I'm going to keep it a little bit more lean. You have to strike a balance. I think many of us get so hyper fixated on how things used to be when we were younger, when we were 19, 20. I mean, shit, even in our late 20s or early 30s, a lot of us are able to burn stuff off pretty darn quick. And we think we can keep doing that. And we're like, well, I used to do it 2, 3, 4 years ago. I can't do it anymore. And it's like, well, yeah, you can't do that anymore. You're getting older. Your metabolism starts to slow down. Your muscle tissue starts to go away. Your bone density starts to decrease. You got to work twice as hard to keep what you have. And I think a lot of us are playing in that old school mindset where, the weekends we can drink how we want and eat how we want and just be hunky dory and we'll just bounce back the next day. I don't know pretty much anybody that, at least out of my circle of friends, that can eat like that or drink like that and still have a productive day the next day. So you really got to behave yourself in terms of what you're putting into your body. Just like I've talked about this before, but treating your body like a vehicle. You would never put, sugar and water inside of a Lamborghini and expect it to be able to perform like it did. And then look at it and go like, well, why aren't you running? You're a Lamborghini. I used to do this before. And it's like, yeah, maybe one time you can make that mistake, but years and years and years of that corrodes the engine. It's just not going to operate like it would. Now, in that same breath, imagine dumping, jet fuel inside of a Lamborghini. That thing's going to take, I don't know if it'll still run, but, the analogy. That's going to take off like a freaking missile because of the fuel that you gave it. Your body's in the same position. So stop thinking in terms of, okay, I got to starve myself. I got to be so perfect every single day. You're a human being. You're meant to enjoy your life. You're meant to, live in moderation. If there's a party, if there's an event coming up or a wedding and hey, I'm going to have a good time and have some drinks, what makes life worth living are those moments or those occasions that you can celebrate. You don't want to be the person putting your hands under your butt and going, well, I can't enjoy myself at the wedding or the party because I'm on a diet. No, just know I'm going to celebrate this moment. When this moment is over, I will get back to what I usually do the next day. So those are the biggest things that we see, guys. And again, this list could go on. I could keep you on this call for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours probably. But those are the big ones that we see in terms of people trying to fix things too quickly and them just going, well, it used to work like this. I get that. But we're not spring chickens anymore. So you got to remember that. Treat your body like a vehicle. Treat your body the way that it should be treated. Take care of it. Get it checked out. Give it rest. Don't try to run it for 1, 2, 3 hours and expect everything to be fine. You know, your car has a battery. Your body has a battery too. An emotional battery, a physical battery. So you have to make sure that you're keeping everything in tip-top shape. So hopefully that helps you guys. And if you were going, crap, I got to lose some weight, or I want to get these last little, 2 or 3 pounds off to look good in my bathing suit, instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, stick with the basics, stick with the formula that you know is going to work. Don't starve yourself. Don't try to murder yourself. Be reasonable. You know what you should and shouldn't do, or what you should and shouldn't put in your mouth, or the bad habits that you have, or the good habits that you have, most likely by now. It's just a matter of keeping true to your word, keeping true to yourself, and making sure that you actually do the things that you promised yourself. So hopefully that helps you kick your butt in the right direction going into June and fires you up a bit. Like always, guys, if you could be so kind, one, I know I said subscribe to the podcast, but also if you need any supplementation, if you need things to help with your workout routine, core4supplements.com has everything. I just started taking the creatine this week. Speaking of recovery, help me recover a little bit quicker. It has no taste, which I thought would be weird, but I think I like it like that, because you can just take the scooper, throw it in your mouth, throw some water in, swish it around, and it just tastes like just tastes like you're drinking regular water. So if you need help with recovery, we have the creatine on there. We have whey protein, we have pre-workouts, we have sleep gummies, we have BCAAs, we have a daily green supplement, and it's all on the website, core4supplements.com. And best of all, if you listen to this podcast and you use the word podcast at checkout, there's a little bar to fill out a coupon code. You'll save 10% off your entire order. And if you spend over $100, you'll get free shipping on absolutely everything. So if you want to get 2 or 3 tubs of protein and a couple of creatines and go, I just want to be set for a couple months and save some money on the back end for shipping, you can do that and just get it all at once. So that is all for today, people. I love you guys. Have a good rest of the summer. Going into June, it's going to start to get toasty. Be smart, be safe, and we'll see you guys all in here next week.